Hey there, everybody. So you might be wondering what's going on. This isn't Friday. This isn't even the live stream for Wednesday we randomly do sometimes. You're correct, viewer. This is actually going to be our special bonus podcast because it's E3 week, and we determined after the huge news conference from both Bethesda and Microsoft and Sony and whatever shit EA did and Ubisoft, fuck them, whatever they did, whatever. They all deserve a little bit of spotlight. And unfortunately, if we try to do everything at once, the podcast would last like 5 hours, and everyone would be mad at me for not whittling down more. So, to the benefit of everybody, we're gonna try to get some of the podcast trimmed down by having split up. So today will be this issue will be the Microsoft. The next one will be Sony. We'll have a Nintendo one at some point, and then we'll have the actual main podcast. So, hooray!
Get hyped!
So with me today is Aaron, one of our awesome people from the podcast, who's there almost every week.
Your resident bird lady, which, yeah, they're fighting behind me right now. Awesome sauce!
And then someone who has not been on our channel for a while, but hopefully he'll make a comeback here soon, Connor.
Hey guys, what's up?
If you guys don't remember him, I'll put a link in the video somewhere where he was in a Saints Row Let's Play with me. It was fun.
Oh god, Ginger Lucha.
Ginger Lucha. Good times.
The most terrifying thing I've ever created.
So before we get too far into this, did you guys see, I'm assuming you didn't, Aaron, because you were at work and stuff. I totally relate. Connor, did you keep up any of the E3 news at all?
I didn't realize the E3 was going on this week. I've been busy. I've been busy doing random shit, like talking with a lawyer, Netflix, and scratching myself.
Well, that seems like a very easy way to distract yourself from E3. But you know what? We'll go ahead and go over some things here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set the two big announcements for the end because I don't want to front load everything. We're gonna start with all the smaller
Spoilers.
Stuff. No spoilers.
Damn it.
So let's start with one of the first bits of news on this list here. If you guys want to open up the thing I sent you. So Halo 5, the upcoming Halo, will have a 24 multiplayer mode, which is like Warzone multiplayer. So pretty much they're trying to make Halo 5 more like, Battlefield, Call of Duty, bigger things.
Nice.
So, I mean, that's going to be cool. I'm pretty sure Halo fans will enjoy being able to have bigger parties for that. So that is pretty awesome.
I can say that I will enjoy that when I get my Xbox One. I am a huge fan of Halo. And if they have fucking, 12-on-12 Griffball, oh my god.
Yeah, beyond that, I don't know anything about Halo 5 yet, but maybe some other links on this list will highlight some stuff, because there's actually a trailer for the campaign in the description, in the link here. I will probably have that in the description as well, so be sure to check that out if that is something you want to see. Next, Keiji Inafune, a name we haven't seen in quite some time, and the developers behind, or some of the developers behind my favorite game, Metroid Prime, are coming together to make an exclusive game for the Xbone called Recore. There's going to be a trailer for that as well. If you guys look, it's the second link. If you want to check out the trailer, go ahead. I actually haven't seen it yet, but it's got the guys from Metroid Prime on it, so obviously it's going to be the best thing ever, right?
I guess so. I've never actually played any of the Metroid games.
Never actually played them? Oh, you're missing out. They're so good.
I know.
From what I'm seeing in the trailer, though, it looks very pretty. Very pretty. Lots of dust and sand.
You're very pretty.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I take that back.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Aw, be nice.
But it looks like a little robot. Oh, go ahead.
I'm kind of digging the description of this, so it kind of makes me think a little bit of Portal.
Oh, you mean the description at the end of the... If you want to read it, go ahead. That'd be cool. Yeah.
It says, the title follows one of the last humans still alive as she looks to forge friendships with robots and survive in a mysterious arid world. Recore is currently slated to launch sometime next spring.
So far, this is one of the most interesting things I've seen Microsoft put out yet. Like, I know everyone's like, oh, what about Halo? Oh, what about this? What about that? To me, this looks really unique and interesting. I kind of want to see it in action. So hopefully we get some gameplay, because it looks like this is just an announcement, like it's video trailer, so nothing I'm super jazzed about yet. But if it, plays well, I'm in. Skipping that one there, because like I said, that's one of the big ones. So the new Xbox Elite controller will let you customize it a little bit. You can do some button remapping. You can change how some of the things work. Yeah, some minor bits there, but it works with PC as well, so that's also something people might want to consider for PC customization nonsense. Speaking of PC, that would be interesting for everyone to hear. Fallout 4 on the Xbox One will be supporting PC mods.
I'm pretty pumped for that. I'm a huge,
Seriously?
Yep.
I'm a huge fan of like the Fallout games, so I'm really pumped for this shit.
So for those who are not aware of what we're talking about, because I'm not sure, Aaron, you familiar with what a mod is?
I think so, yeah. But you
For-
can explain it for the viewers who don't know.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So mods are a thing where you can download it for your game. It's usually made by a fan somewhere around the worlds, and they will pretty much add something to the game. They'll maybe fix something that a developer messed up on. Look at Dark Souls for PC for that one. They might add a whole other campaign. They might add just some new weapons, some costumes, some characters. Most of the time it's free unless you're, Elder Scrolls Skyrim and you bought those mods that one weekend they had them being charged, but hey, whatever, no big deal. But yeah, most of the time mods are free and they're fun. And that's kind of the huge thing PCs have over console games, with the exception of like Smash Bros mods, which are kind of overcomplicated in my opinion, but whatever. So Fallout 4 is a game by Bethesda, and they are well known for putting out modding tools for their games for Skyrim, Fallout, all the stuff. So the Xbox One being the first console to support PC mods and actually actively be pro mods, that's a pretty big thing. Something I wouldn't have expected from Microsoft 2 years ago. So yeah, that's a pretty big step forward in my opinion.
How about the trailer? Have you guys ever covered the trailer?
The trailer for the
Fallout
Fallout 4? We talked about it last week, yeah.
Damn
actually, no, 2 weeks ago, I think.
Damn it, I'm missing out.
Well, hey, you know what, Connor? We have a podcast every Wednesday night we record. You should totally join in next time.
Oh, that means I have to, actually log into Skype, dude. Do you know how fucking lazy I am?
Well, we're gonna make you not lazy for 1 day a week.
Oh, dude, my fingers are gonna get so much exercise.
Yup.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
so
guys,
happy.
you guys remember the little title Plants vs. Zombies, correct?
Oh
Well,
god, yeah.
On the launch of the Xbox One, I think is what it was, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare came out. It's pretty much a... how would you describe that, Connor? I mean, from what I understand, it's a third person...
a third-person shooter, but Plants vs. Zombies. It's a pretty solid game.
I'm sorry, the pictures are hysterical.
It's a very much like an arena defense game is what I'd call it, probably.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to block a goal. There's going to be a sequel to it, so that's something everyone's kind of excited for, because from what I hear, the first one was pretty damn spectacular, so... we'll probably talk about that more on Wednesday, because it's part of EA's announcement as well, so we'll get to that more later, probably, but just throwing it out there that it was announced, and we have some cool little pics here as well. Probably put some links in the description.
I can confirm that the first one is a very good game. It's very well made, and I would definitely recommend it.
The only issue I ever had with the first one, I never played it, but from what I read, the issue I saw was that they started having in-game purchases and shit that made it it made the longevity not as good as it could have been.
It doesn't really affect it too much from what I've seen, but there are in-game purchases.
Okay.
It's mostly just customization for your character.
Let's see, what's this here? The Vault. Let me see what this is real quick, because I don't want to talk about if it's just specifically EA thing. Let's see. So basically what it says here is that Titanfall, one of the big games on the Xbone, and Dragon Age Inquisition, one of the newest games, come out for, I think, multiple consoles, actually. They are part of EA Access, which is a weird way to say it. Shouldn't it just be EA Access or something like that? I don't know. But
You would think.
it's a subscription-based service, $5 a month or $30 annually, and pretty much you can get access to their games, I think, for free, but you don't own them. You just kind of can stream them. I don't know how popular that is, but apparently they're adding those 2 games to it, and it's meaning it's going to be on the service will be on Xbox, and they'll be able to do it that way too. So I think it was already on Xbox. Now that I think about it, I'm not 100% sure. I don't own an Xbox, so it makes it tough for me to do some of this news. Just a little bit.
I don't even own a Wii U. I'm behind on the times right now.
I'm in the same boat. I don't have a Wii U yet.
You should get it, man. They just updated the Smash Bros. I can't talk about it here because it's going to be in the podcast, but it's the updated Smash Bros. It's great. It's got Roy.
Spoiler alert.
Our boy's back. Roy's our boy.
Ugh, that means I have to buy something though. I don't have money. Or I do have money to do that. But I have to go to a computer and purchase it then, or to the store. Do you know how much work that requires?
Lots.
It requires.
It's literally like an hour's worth of work to go to the. Or not an hour, what the hell? Like 20 minutes worth of work to go to the store, buy a Wii U, come back home. Like, I don't have that time, dude. I have to watch Netflix.
Well, hey, Connor, spoiler alert, Wii U has Netflix on it.
Go fuck yourself. I don't need this.
Even more reason for you to go get one.
But the work that has to go forth to do that.
But think about it, though. You'll have a device that plays your Smash Bros. And your Netflix.
But
And
that takes
Splatoon. Splatoon's so good.
what did you do?
Splatoon.
I don't want to know what you're doing to yourself, but that sounds fucked up. Jeez.
Well, getting away from Nintendo, let's go back to the Xbox stuff here. So Forza 6 is going to be another racing game for the Xbox One. Trailer kind of popped out and all that stuff. Just more 3D muscle cars doing 3D muscle car things, racing and shit. Just right there.
Yay.
Yeah, well, hey, it's on the list. I got to go through it.
Damn it.
Let's see. Also at the Xbox conference, Dark Souls 3 was confirmed for early 2016.
And still no Half-Life 3.
Still no Half-Life 3. So for those who aren't aware, Dark Souls is that series by that Hidetaka Miyazaki from the Bandai Namco. I cannot say it. Team. Banco Namco. But yeah, they make shitty hard games that are hard and shit, and they're still fun to play because it's got the whole rewarding I killed that big son of a bitch kind of feeling to it. Little is known yet as to whether it'll be a bunch of knights again or if we'll actually have big monsters this time. But either way, I'm looking forward to seeing some, cool big landscapes, big monsters, and all the other cool shit. So here's hoping that it ends up being pretty good. Trailer, of course, will be in the description. Don't diss me. Don't diss my hope.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, okay. You cannot look forward to it. That's fine.
Well, they make me rage way too much, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna bother. I don't feel like putting a hole through my computer monitor.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see. Here we go. Another one. So you guys remember you guys know the Tom Clancy games, all those like spy, military-ish games.
Ghost
Yeah.
Recon.
Ghost Recon, that's one of them. Anyway, a new one is coming out.
Caffeine Man was talking about.
Yep. The new one coming out is called The Division. It's going to be getting on all consoles, I think, but it's going to get exclusive beta coverage on the Xbox One in December, which means no, it'll probably not be released until next year. Again.
Shit.
Not to diss anybody, but I think this game's been delayed, 2 years now?
Hey, it's better than Duke Nukem Forever.
I would say it's better than Last Guardian, but we have some news about Last Guardian, which we'll talk about next time. But continuing on with the Xbox One, more Tom Clancy with the Rainbow Six Siege, which will come free with Vegas 1 and 2 on the Xbox One. So you get 2 games as part of the deal and a third game on top of that, which is pretty cool.
I'm gonna buy an Xbox One just so I can get those 2 games for free.
I mean,
It's not a waste of money. I swear.
It's part of the other news we'll be talking about later in the same video, but it's pretty cool because I think the only other company I've seen do like a freebie bonus game with the first game is Bayonetta 2, getting Bayonetta 1 packed in with it, which they didn't need to do, but they did it. It was pretty sweet.
I know that Epic did that with Gears of War. With Gears of War Judgment, you got Gears of War 1 with it.
Oh, okay. And I think, actually, now that I remember it, some Soul Calibur 3 packages came with 2, but I don't think it was all of them. I think it was just some of them. I don't know what determined it, though, so...
It was like finding the golden ticket.
Well, I mean, I bought Soul Calibur 3 in the store one time used, and when I opened it, I found, oh, hey, Soul Calibur 2 is also in here. Shit, that's awesome.
You got a used golden ticket. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like I won the trip to the chocolate factory.
It's been used, though.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, that one German kid already ate the chocolate river.
You got fucked, dude.
Yeah, I don't get no chocolate river anymore.
Rip in pieces.
Aw.
Aww.
GG, mate.
Okay,
Yep.
so this next one, the Gone Home developer Fulbright has released a new trailer for its upcoming first-person zero-gravity game called Tacoma at the Microsoft E3 event. There's no release date, but the trailer will be in the description. If you guys want to see what we're talking, you can. But from what I've been seeing and reading, it is a pretty fantastic-looking experience, and I actually think it shows gameplay, so that's something you don't see every day at E3. Let's see, what else we got? Xbox review play games, still in development. Probably should look at that real quick, just see what that is. Let's see.
The Xbox one?
Yep. So early access. I'm just going to read this article verbatim because I'm not sure what the whole story is, so we'll all be surprised. Xbox One will allow you to buy and play a selection of games while they're still in active development, so it's pretty much the same as Steam Early Access. Unlike Steam, Microsoft mandates each game on the service has a free trial, so you can decide whether or not you want to buy it into Early Access and play the games before they are actually finished. Okay, gotta commend Microsoft for that one. That is actually a really good way to handle Early Access.
GG, Microsoft.
For those who aren't aware, because I think I've done a video on this before, basically Early Access is that whole spiel where a game is not finished, but it's available for purchase. You can buy it for like the half price of like 15 or 20 bucks, so that way when it's finished it won't be the full 30 or 40 you would have paid otherwise. The problem with this though is that some developers aren't very nice and will sometimes just do it, like put a crappy thing out there expecting to pay for it and then never actually finish it. So by doing this, it kind of incentivizes people to finish the game and also to make people a little more aware of what they're getting into. So yeah, I gotta admit, this is very pro-consumer. Good job, Microsoft.
GG.
Well, again, 2 years ago, I would not have expected that. Now, let's see, what else we got? Oh, okay. So, if you guys remember, maybe, I don't know, there's a game that came out on the PlayStation a year or two ago called Journey. It's this artistic game where you kind of just float around exploring shit and seeing people online, but not actually doing anything with them.
Yeah.
So a new one came out, not a new one, but Microsoft released a game very similar to it called Ashen. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but whatever. Pretty much, it's a little indie game where you pretty much are a man impaled with a spear and a scary skeleton tree does a roar. That's kind of how it starts, apparently. But it's a dark exploration game that kind of sends you on this, again, journey to find shit and meet giant monsters and stuff. It looks kind of cool. I'm interested to see how it turns out. Good artistic shit there. Let's see what else we got. There's also that indie game that...
Really spooky.
There's an indie game that came out last year, or that came out at E3, or was shown at E3 last year, called Cuphead. It's that game that looks like one of those old, like, timey cartoons and animates the exact same way. A new trailer shown for that one still looks just as damn impressive as it did that last year. So, you know, again, if you guys want to check it out, there's a trailer there in the link as well. But I think it's gonna be one of the things on Xbox One that I could consider myself getting just because it looks really cool. Because, I mean, I've never seen any other game animated quite like that. Let's see, what's next? Skip that for now. We'll move on to bigger news here. Gigantic Beta hits Xbox One, Windows 10 in August. So pretty much, there's an upcoming MOBA called Gigantic to make an appearance on the Xbox One. Pretty straightforward there. But it will have, it looks like, cross-platform play. You can play it on the Xbox One or on Windows 10 when it comes out in August.
Yay.
Well, I think it's going to be the start of the different things that they want to try to do with the cross-platform play, because I think they want to make it so PC guys can actually enjoy the Xbox games without having to get an Xbox, which I commend them for, because that'd be cool if they did it.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Because, I mean, like, there's so many things in the Xbox One, like, I can get on PC already, so why do I need a whole other console to play them when I already have something to play them on? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
So, yeah, we'll see how it goes, especially because they make PCs. I mean, come on. I'll put a link in here later on, but it's got it has a whole montage of various indie games that look like they're coming out for Xbox here pretty soon. So
put it in right now, just in the middle of the screen. Boom.
Yeah, it'll be in the middle of the screen right there. Just check it out.
Put a picture of my face there as well as boom.
Click Connor's nose. It's right there.
Oh, my big Jew nose. Thank you.
So now we're hitting some of the bigger news items here, because this came towards the end of the conference here. starting with the first big one. So a few years back, Nintendo was partnered with a company called Rareware. They made popular games like Donkey Kong Country, Star Fox Adventures, and a few other like Bad Conqueror's Fur Day, Banjo-Kazooie, all that stuff. A lot of the classics that everyone still loves to this day. Microsoft then bought them out, and nothing has come out since that anyone really gives a shit about. So Microsoft realized, hey, you know what we should do? We'll do a thing called Rare Replay, where we release all 30 of these classic Rareware games for only $30. This includes games like Perfect Dark, Blast Corps, Battletoads, and even retro games like Snake, Rattle, and Roll.
Oh dear God! Did you just say
Oh,
Battletoads?
Yes, all
Battletoads?
30 different classics all coming out, and let's see, is there a release date? It comes out August 4th.
You said Battletoads. I give up. I'm done.
Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Night Lore, Viva Pinata, Digger, T-Rock, I think is what that one is. Literally 30 different games for $30. There's no better deal you're gonna find than that, I don't think.
But it has Battletoads.
That's all that matters is the Battletoads.
Killer
No, that's a
Instinct, the
bad
original?
I'm not getting it just because it has Battletoads. Fuck it.
Literally, it's the only thing that's keeping you from getting it.
Literally the only thing. Even though I can opt to not play that part, I'm not gonna get it because of Battletoads.
I'm looking forward to hate comments on that one.
I don't care. They can.
We bring him off of one video, Aaron, and he's getting us all the hate comments.
Good job. Good
I'll
job.
suck my nuts. I don't care.
You're
It's
fired.
Battletoads.
Let's see, another trailer for Rise of the Tomb Raider, which comes out November 10th now. A lot of these games that have release dates now can be pre-ordered, just as a heads up to everybody, but Rise of Tomb Raider is the sequel to the original...
She gives me a rise. You know what I mean.
Wow, really? It's the sequel to the reboot of Tomb Raider, which came out in 2013, I think is what the year was exactly. The first game was really good. This one's a timed exclusive, in that we don't know when it's going to be available on other consoles yet. They have not said. But for right now, it's only on Xbox One, so if you got it, go ahead and get it. But it apparently comes out the same day as Fallout, so I'm pretty sure sales for this game are not going to be as good as everyone wants them to be.
That's just a horrible, horrible mistake on their part, releasing on the same day as Fallout.
I don't think they expected that to happen, and then they decided not to change it, which seems like a dumb idea.
Well, it's a horrible idea. They're going to lose so much money.
Yeah. It's like when they were announcing that Captain America would release the same day as Batman vs Superman, and I'm like, yes.
I was just gonna bring that up. Yeah.
Like
I
when
haven't heard about that yet.
Well, that was they delayed Batman vs Superman. They caved, and my whole thing was if they do it, it'd be the coolest thing ever. But at the same time, both of them would take a hit on that one.
Oh yeah.
But it would still have been cool to see who would have come out on top, just a little bit, just a little
Captain
bit.
America.
It's either that or theaters everywhere would be rolling in it.
The real answer here, guys, is Jurassic Park, because they took the box office.
Because
Yeah.
dinosaurs, guys.
But that's podcast talk. That's podcast talk. Shut up. We can't talk about that.
Aaron, you're being
But I
too
want to
autistic.
talk about
We
it.
can't. It's not the podcast. This is the bonus cast.
Aaron, you and your dinosaurs are a little too autistic for me to handle.
What?
Get off of your dinosaur high horse.
Wouldn't it be a high dinosaur horse?
Those don't exist anymore.
Okay. Okay. I'll get off my
They did for a
prehistoric
while.
horse then real quick for you.
Thank you.
So you guys might not remember, there's this game called DayZ. It's by a guy named Dean Hall. You start off as a mod for a game called Arma 2, and then it eventually became a standalone game itself, which is still being worked on to this day. Kind of buggy, but still pretty decent. So he's just announced that he's making a new game, an MMO exclusively for PC and Xbox One called Ion. It is a space game where you pretty much, what to say here? Also, he wants to build a game that is a universe, not running on scripted sequences, but on the laws of physics, biology, and chemistry. Emergent, player-driven stories, people being awful to each other. So yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Sounds like real life, being awful to people.
Yeah.
Presumably it'll be on the Xbox One game preview program, and presumably also Steam Early Access, so keep an eye out for that here very soon. Let's see, going back to Rareware, because we forgot all about the other thing they're doing, they are now announcing, as they call it, their most ambitious project yet, which is what is said almost every time at E3 by somebody.
Donkey Kong Simulator.
Oh man, Donkey Kong Simulator on Call of Duty. That'd be so cool.
On Call of Battlefield, dude. I'm so pumped for it.
But Call of Battlefield, I like that. But no, Rare is actually releasing a new game, and it's not a Connectimals game or anything like that kind of bullshit. No, it's actually a real game by the looks of it. It's called Sea of Thieves, and it's a pirate-themed Xbox One game exclusive to the Xbox One, as I should have started with. It's basically an MMO, but instead of pretty much put it in perspective, it's the Assassin's Creed 4 boat parts in an MMO world. So, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know either. I mean, it looks good. Like, the video and the image I'm seeing look good, but I don't know gameplay-wise if it's something I'm going to be, like, super into getting. So, yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. It's, Rare's doing something actually a game this time, so let's see how it goes.
I was hoping for Connectimals 2.0.
Let's see, what's this about Fable? There's a new trailer for the Fable Legends game, for those who do not remember. That is one of the first and biggest games coming out for the Xbone and the PC crossover thing. How it works is one player is the dungeon master, making monsters appear and having them attack people, and the people are fighting the monsters and trying to get through the world. So it's one of those kind of games. It looks interesting, and I might actually jump into that. It'll be the first Fable game I actually gave a shit about. So
that looks really awesome.
Are you watching the trailer right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it sound like Fable though for me.
It doesn't sound like Fable, but I'm fine with that because the first 3 Fable games from I hear are very bad.
Excuse me.
Not very bad, but I hear they're not great.
They were pretty good. I haven't played the first one, but the second and third ones were pretty good.
All right, and now we're getting down to the final bits of very big news. This is actually
I killed my wives in them on accident.
Yes, that is definitely what we're talking about.
And on that note, let's move to a new subject.
Let's start with one of the biggest announcements coming out: Gears of War, one of the big Xbox exclusive titles. Gears of War Ultimate Edition will be coming out on August 25th. It's pretty much just the remastering of the original Gears of War game by the looks of it. So, yeah, just a little bit prettier than it was previously, but I'm not sure how much, because I think it was pretty fine to begin with. We'll see how it turns out, though.
It was pretty good to begin with.
But that is not all you're getting. Gears of War 4 has been announced, and it will feature all new characters.
Holy crap.
I'm all for the whole new characters because as much as people like fan favorite characters like Mario and keeping going with that character, I think rotating out the cast for something like this, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
I was confused for a moment because I thought you were trying to say Mario was in Gears of War. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No. I'm just saying, like, if you keep a character going forever and ever, they eventually get boring, like Mario has, or Sonic, or something like that. But
I haven't seen Dom or Marcus in Smash Bros. Yet, chopping up Mario with their Lancers. What is this?
I'm still waiting for Bayonetta to get in that game, so it's not going to happen for a while.
Oh my
She's gonna
god,
make a
that'd be
cameo.
epic.
She's gonna make a cameo in Gears of War. I'm calling it.
She should make a cameo in every game. Actually, no, Waluigi make a cameo in every game.
Oh dear God, you're still on Waluigi.
With his rose,
don't
has
have-
to have his rose.
Okay. And then we'll move on to Minecraft, because that is still somehow relevant after how many years of it being sold out everywhere? Like, literally, it is still it was from this past month. From the past month, I think I read, it is literally in the top 10 games sold for May. How? It's been released for so long, it's on everything. How has it not been bought by everybody already twice?
People buy multiple copies of it then just so they can have them. It's really stupid.
It's insane. It's ridiculous.
Like, I saw some person, they literally bought 50 copies of it and only used one. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
I could see buying multiple copies for, like, maybe a project of some kind. Like, maybe you want to have, like, a team of people work on it, so you buy a bunch of copies for everybody. But unless you know they're going to use them, why would you buy them all?
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're fucking stupid.
Anyway,
but crack accounts if you need to do that.
And before we get too far away, I'll read the article verbatim again because it's confusing and interesting at the same time. We have seen snippets of Minecraft on HoloLens in the past, but at Microsoft's E3 press conference today, a couple of presenters showed off something that had us putting up the respective knuckles. This is quoted from DToid, by the way. With a special camera showing what the HoloLens was producing, a Minecraft world was displayed on a physical table. People playing in conjunction with the other presenter on a Surface tablet, the HoloLens wearer could visualize the the underground and call down lightning strikes at will. If it looked as good through the HoloLens as it did in the press conference stage, this could inject a whole new life into the already massively popular open-world game. For now, enjoy the smattering of screenshots and videos that they took, and note that it comes alive in motion with video links somewhere around here somewhere.
This is so cool.
It's ridiculous, like just how it's on a table, for Christ's sake. How is that even? I don't even. It's like it's like the Tony Stark table, right, from Iron Man. Just
Yeah.
like I don't get it. I'm scared. I'm scared of technology and it becoming like
Edward
Iron
Snowden,
Man.
please help.
Or where are you, Iron Man? Please save us.
Edward Snowden, blow your whistle, please.
But let's go ahead and hit the big news items here now that I've skipped everything that's important and gone to most of the items here.
Wait, why did we skip the important things? What the hell, Aaron?
You gotta have them at the end here.
You just skipped.
Exactly.
You just said we skipped everything to get to the important things. I'm like, what the hell? Are you just gonna cut everything else out?
We're just gonna cut everything else out. None of it matters.
You asshole! You wasted my time.
I did. So
I hate you.
as everyone knows, Oculus Rift was kind of the big thing in VR for a while. Well, as you may have known or may not have known, PlayStation, actually Sony and Microsoft and Valve have all been working on their own VR plans as well. Microsoft at the conference today outlined various future VR plans working with Valve in conjunction to make something called Vive. So everyone get Vive here. Microsoft's announced the plans for VR at the E3 conference alongside the early partnerships with Oculus Rift already. It's announced it's working closely with Valve on the Vive headset for a fully compatible Windows 10 version. So yeah, we have a new headset in the market here. Hopefully one of them will not give us all headaches.
Yay. And hopefully it will work better than my fucking Turtle Beaches.
So which one of these am I going to talk about first? Do I want to talk about, let's see. Oh, okay, I think it's actually the last bit of news here. Okay, cool. So the last bit of news, which I kind of want to get into a little more detail on, Microsoft has finally listened to what I've been saying since launch, and they will make the Xbox One backwards compatible.
Oh my god, it's a miracle.
And how it is working is there will be 100 titles on the list that you can already that if you've already purchased may actually be playable on the Xbox One. The list includes games such as Mass Effect and a few other ones as well. They don't have a full list here for me to peruse just yet. But basically, how it's working is you're going to be able to use either the digital version of the game or the physical disc of the game.
Nice.
In the case of the disc, just pop it in and initiate a download, and you're fine and good to go.
It's about damn time.
If you're part of the Xbox preview team, you can actually get this before the holiday season. It starts today for the preview people. For everyone else, it's going to be the holiday season, so just wait on that one if you aren't a preview member right now. So basically what we're saying here is everyone's on edge to see if Sony does the exact same thing because, well, Sony probably could do the exact same thing and make a shit ton of money still.
But it's Sony. Do you really think they will?
Considering the PS3 was backwards compatible when it first launched and was, in my opinion, the best of the consoles to do that, and then if they made the PS4 backwards compatible with all four of them, I would buy it in a heartbeat, and because it's like that'd be perfect.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I didn't go with the PlayStation route. I just stick to Xbox.
I went with Nintendo. I was the odd man out.
You scrub. Better kid.
But just as a heads up, it's only for 360 games currently, and it's only for 100 specific titles right now. As for which ones, it doesn't have a full list for me here to read off of just yet, but we'll probably have more of that here in the future. This will definitely be talked about, though, on Wednesday, so if more news comes up, we'll definitely be getting into more details on it. But I have a question I want to bring up that maybe one of you guys can answer.
Oh boy.
When the Xbox One was first announced 2 years ago, and the question of backwards compatibility came up, the answer that was given out was, backwards compatibility is backwards thinking. We're not doing that bullshit. Not word for word, but pretty darn close to that. 2 years, now it's 2 years later, and they flip-flopped everything completely. So my question is this now. Has it always been this easy to actually put in backwards compatibility? Like, is there just this magic switch they flip at their studio over there that just makes it happen? Or is there actually a lot of work being involved? Because if it's just a flip switch, this is something they should have done from launch, because I would have blown away of the PlayStation sales, then I think, from the get-go.
Yeah.
I feel like
That-
it's Sorry, you can go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know how in the world. I don't know if it's that easy or not. It would be crazy if it was that easy and they didn't do it because they're, wasting a lot of potential.
My view on it is that it was probably doable because I know with older computers, you used to be able to just flip a switch inside of them, and you would increase your memory and RAM. And it only took one flip of a switch. That was it.
So you're thinking
So
it
I
might have
feel like
actually
they
been
were-
that simple.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. But they just decided to hold off on it for whatever reason. Probably just to sort of see how people would react. I don't know. They're trolling us, I think.
Maybe, but I mean, my thing is the PlayStation's already spoken up, or Sony's already spoken up saying the PlayStation 4 can't do backwards compatibility because of its technological limitations. If you have the ability to do backwards compatibility knowing your opponent can't, you just throw that missile out there right away and just brain them down as hard as possible, because that is a killing blow right there for me.
Right. No, I agree with
True.
you.
Especially when your launch lineup, no offense to people who are fans of the Xbox, isn't necessarily super spectacular. I mean, this gives you 100 extra games at launch to then be able to play when the new ones aren't quite living up to your standards.
Was there a change of management in Microsoft?
No, but I know the PR team has changed since they first discussed this. When they announced the launch in 2013, it was Don Matrick, who I brought up a few weeks ago on the podcast for being let go at whatever company he worked at, Zynga. But when he was there, he was the worst PR guy, coming up with all the worst responses to every single question. Like, hey, if we want to play the Xbox One offline, how do we do it? And this is back when everyone thought the Xbox One was going to be always online. And his response was, if you want to play the Xbox offline, get an Xbox 360, bitches. I added the bitches part at the end, but you get the idea.
I don't believe you added it at the end. I'm pretty sure you said that.
But I mean, like, that kind of response and just treating your consumer base like that, I am so glad that they've done a whole 360, no pun intended, fully intended, to
I hate
kind of to kind of just get away from that.
I can't believe you just made that pun. I hate
I,
you.
I had to make the pun. It was there. It had
It's
to
what he
happen.
does. It's what he does.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. But that is actually all the news from the Microsoft E3 press conference, and I gotta say, compared to the past couple years, this is looking pretty damn impressive so far. That being said, Sony's conference is probably wrapping up as we're talking now. We won't talk about it tonight because obviously you guys have things to do. I don't want to keep you here all night talking about everything, but we'll record something probably tomorrow. Not three of us particularly, but somebody will. And we'll discuss that to some extent. Nintendo will be up tomorrow morning. We'll discuss that probably even on the podcast day itself, knowing how many Nintendo fans we have. So, something to keep in mind, something that everyone should be looking forward to this week with all of our multiple videos that we're going to be putting up. So yeah, anyone add anything else to it? Any opinions on any of this stuff at all?
I think it looks epic. What's coming out?
What about you, Connor? What do you think?
I think that you should cut everything else out. Like I had said earlier, cut everything out and just leave the important two things at the end.
What, just the Gears of War, the Minecraft, and the backwards compatibility?
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm totally not gonna do that.
Oh. You can get more material that way. Just make the podcasts 2 minutes each. Cut everything else to 2 minutes. It works.
Maybe we'll see.
Yes.
But I'll definitely pick and choose from here what's going to be going into the main podcast. Probably only a couple bits of news so we can make sure the podcast doesn't go crazy. But we definitely have a bunch of stuff coming up here this week, so do stay tuned. We'll be back with more. So thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow for more E3 nonsense, shenanigans, and whatnot.